Today I'm going to show you how to log into the Oracle VM VirtualBox, how to save the state, and how to shut down properly. The Oracle VM VirtualBox is the blue and white box that is on your desktop. Click on that VirtualBox to open up the VirtualBox Manager. The Oracle VM VirtualBox Manager is a container that houses the virtual machines that you will be using in this classroom. If you notice on the left-hand side of the screen, there are several virtual machines listed inside of the VirtualBox Manager. We will be using the Oracle Developer Days that I have highlighted in blue at the top of the page. There is a penguin for the icon for this, which is the symbol for Oracle Developer Days. Across the top of the page there is also a navigational bar with icons for new, settings, start, and discard. We can open the Developer Days in two ways. You can highlight the Developer Days and click the green arrow that says Start, or you can highlight the Oracle Developer Days, right-click on your mouse, drop down in the menu to Start, left-click on Start, and Oracle Developer Days will begin to open. The Oracle Developer Days is a Linux operating system, and it has an Oracle database server on that operating system. So what you see opening up first is the Enterprise Linux server. You might ask, how am I running a Linux operating system on a Windows operating system? Good question. The VirtualBox Manager is an application that allows us to run both operating systems simultaneously. They are not affecting each other, and they have no contact with each other. They are separate operating systems in every way. That is a great feature for using the virtual machine. There are also a few other things about the virtual machine that you may want to remember. You can save your state, which allows you to save the work that you do each day. Once you get into the login page, you will see a penguin icon at the top, which stands for the Linux operating system. This may take several minutes, so be very patient and do not click on any buttons trying to hurry it along. At the bottom of the page, you will see the Enterprise Linux 5 with a place for a username and after that, a place for a password. The username is Oracle, all lowercase, O-R-A-C-L-E, enter. The password is the same spelling, O-R-A-C-L-E, Oracle, enter. You will see a desktop that looks like a Windows operating system desktop. The white screen that opens when you log in is called the terminal window. You can grab that terminal window and move it on the page. You can enlarge it. There are several things you can do. I just move mine to the far right for temporary purposes. You can also open several terminal windows at one time. There is a terminal icon on my desktop. I can click it and have more than one terminal window open to work in. But at this point, we are only going to be using one terminal window. This terminal window is a way of accessing the Oracle database along with SQL Developer 3.2, which is an icon on your desktop with a green arrow inside of the database. Click on that and open up that. You can also see that it is another tool for accessing the database. This one is your GUI interface. That's what we call the graphical user interface for accessing the database. We also have the terminal window, which is a command line interface for accessing the database. At this point, we're not using either one of those. Next, I'm going to show you how to save the state of your machine. After you've worked on your assignment for the day and you want to save what you are doing, there are two very important things you must remember. If you were inside Oracle Developer and you saved your file here, that would be good by clicking Save All. However, that only saves it on this desktop somewhere or inside this system somewhere. If you really want to make sure your snapshot is there when you come back tomorrow exactly like you left it, the most important thing to do is to save the state and take a snapshot. On the very top navigational bar, you have Machine, View, Devices, and Help. We are going to click on Machine, drop down to where it says Take a Snapshot. Make sure you don't take a screenshot. That is not what we're doing. We are taking a snapshot. A screenshot will only show you the page that you worked on. A snapshot will save the state. Say I did chapter 1 in SQL and I was wanting to save my state. I would come here to the name line and type in chapter 1 SQL. Maybe I did the city jail project. And I would make a description. Usually I put a date in here so that I remember what date I last worked on this assignment. And say OK. It may take several minutes for this to save. Mine's going to go pretty quickly because I haven't put a lot of data into it today. But after you have worked on assignments all day, it will take a little bit more time to save that. So now I have saved that state. And I'm going to show you in a few minutes how to recover the state that I saved. But before we log out of our system each day, there are a couple things we must learn how to do. On the second navigational bar, it says Applications, Places, and System. You want to click on the System icon, come down where it says Shut Down. If you notice, there's a button also that says Log Out Oracle. That will take you back to the login screen. You do not want to log back in. You want to shut the system down at the end of the day. If you're just going to lunch or a break, you could log out of Oracle and then log back in. But if you're leaving for the day, you need to shut the system down. If you fail to shut your system down properly, it can cause your whole system to be aborted and you can lose all the work that you have done, no matter how many states you've saved. So we're going to shut down the system. It's going to ask me to shut down again. I'm going to click the Shut Down button. Now, I have saved my state, and if you notice at the top of the page, it says Chapter 1 SQL City Jail Project is still running. It's trying to shut down all the processes. This takes a few minutes, so be patient and don't click on a lot of buttons trying to get it to move faster. Now, since I have saved my state from what I did today, I should be able to go back and recover everything that I did. If you look on the VirtualBox Manager, over to the far right, there is a blue icon that looks like a camera with snapshots underneath. And you can see the list of all of the current snapshots that I have. And here is number 1 that I just saved today. And I can open this snapshot by clicking on that chapter and saying Start. It will restart my machine from that saved state. And it will always give you what the last saved data is across the very top of your window in the outlying box. So where you see Oracle Developer Days Chapter 1, SQL, City Jail Project running, it is opening up the most recent copy of my save state. And this will make it possible for me to recover data as I have processed through the curriculum each week or each date. Because you may be absent one day, or you could be working on an alternative assignment, and then when you come back, you have the same state where you left off. It's going to go through all these processes to open it up one more time. We're going to get to that login page once again. We're going to log in one more time with Oracle, and back to our original page. Had I had a lot of data in here, I would be able to go right to where I left off and start right up again. We're going to close it down one more time, shut down the system. I'm not saving the state since I just saved it for the purpose of showing you how. I'm going to log completely out. It's going to take me back into the VM Manager as soon as all the processes have stopped. Remember, you're on a Linux operating system and you are also using an Oracle database, and it may take several minutes to stop the processes, to unmount everything and get the system halted. Now we're back in the Oracle VM Manager. I'm going to click the red X, and I have signed out of the Virtual Manager for the day. This completes the instructions for logging in to the database, saving the state, and shutting down properly.